Okay, and now let's talk about a more advanced topic in creating your own home studio or mini studio in your office, which is green screen recording. Now, this is an advanced topic because recording with a green screen is actually a lot more difficult than just recording without one. So now let's take a look at green screen recording itself. What is a green screen? Well, the technical term is chromakey, and chromakey means normally it's a green screen or a blue screen. I won't go into the details here, but you get the same effect with a green screen or a blue screen. The only reason a lot of people like to use green is because green is a color that you see much less frequently in clothing, in your surrounding, unless of course you have green eyes, then you have to go for a blue screen. But it has the same effect, and the technical term here is a chromakey. So why would you want to use a green screen? One of the main reasons for using a green screen is that so that you can isolate and remove your background. Now, that may not seem like that big of a deal if you're just doing online courses like what I'm doing now. But the problem with what I'm doing now is that I'm stuck with this background over here. And because the background is fixed, the video of the talking head video of me is also fixed. But if I can isolate and remove my background, then I have a lot more options. One of the major advantages when you can remove the background is that you can move and zoom yourself all over the screen. And that will mean that while I'm talking to you like this, I can easily move myself to the left and zoom out a bit, and I can add animation, I can add graphics on the other side of the screen. And it's very flexible. Once you have the background out, you can do lots of stuff, layers upon layers of animation, text and video that you cannot do if your background is fixed. So here's an example of a professional setup for green screen. And as you can see, recording with green screens is a lot more technical, a lot more complicated than just normal recording with a static background wall like what I'm doing here, or the background of your home or your office. Now, that being said, it is still possible to do green screen right if you build your own home studio. The major thing about green screen is that it requires a different lighting technique that you can see in this diagram here. So without a green screen, you need a 3-point lighting system. As I mentioned before, you can also do with only a single light. If you have natural sunlight to act as a fill light, you can do with one light. But if you don't have much lights, then you need 3 lights, and that is known as 3-point lighting system. But with green screen, you need much more than 3 lights. You need at least a 4-point or 5-point lighting. And the reason being is that the green screen needs to be lighted separately by itself, as you can see in the diagram here. So in this diagram, you have 2 lights lighting up the green screen, and you can see that you need another 2 more lights to light up the person itself. So you can do with a 4-point lighting, but if you want to do really good green screen, then you have to do with 5-point lighting. So 5-point lighting can be divided into the basic 3-point lighting system for the person and another 2 more lights minimum to light up the green screen. So why would you want to light up the green screen? Why is it necessary to light up the green screen? You can do with a 3-point lighting system without having to light up your green screen if you have sufficient natural sunlight coming into the windows, and that will act as a very good fill light to light up your entire green screen. But if you don't, you need to dedicate 2 lights at a minimum for your green screen. And if you don't do that, then what you will have is a green line all over you, or you will also see a green reflection of the green screen. So what happens is when the light hits the green screen, it could be a fabric, it could be a wall, it could be some synthetic material, but there will be some reflection to your face. So when you do green screen recording without sufficient lighting for the green screen itself, you can isolate, you can key out the green screen, but you will notice hints of green color on your face, on your clothes, all over your body, and that becomes impossible to remove later once you have recorded your video. Now with green screen also, you need to be a sufficient distance from the background, again to prevent the reflection of the green light on your body. So it's safe to say here that with a green screen, you will need much more space. And that is something you may not have in your home studio or your studio in your office. But if you want to do green screen, then you have to experiment and try to get the best position for your green screen. Remember, you don't need a huge green screen, and if you have a huge green screen, then you will feel a need to light up the entire screen. But all you really need to light up is only the parts that you want, which is right around the person. Okay? And if the person happens to move a lot, then you need a little bit more space around the person. But that's about all you need, because then you can cut out only the sections that you want and